Very good evening to uh, Lieutenant Commander Dilna and Lieutenant Commander Rupa. We have with us today these two wonderful Indian Navy officers, women officers, who are circumnavigating uh, this planet, this particular Earth, through ocean, and they are on this Navy's unique expedition program, which is exploring the entire oceans around this globe, all by themselves, just two of them, and they have made news across the globe by crossing the Nemo point. They have done that all by themselves. We salute you from India. I am Dr. Smita, and I'm very happy to get this opportunity to talk to you only because of Indian Navy for bringing up this great initiative. And I'm looking forward to this conversation with you on managing yourselves, managing your emotions, managing your journey, your voyage. So let's get started. Is it okay, Lieutenant Commanders?
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to share our experience to all the women who are watching this program.
Great. We are
Yeah.
going to, all of them are going to be very, very happy. Let me tell you that. So, Lieutenant Commander Dilna and Lieutenant Commander Rupa both have been in the oceans since 2nd October 2024. And for 8 months, they are going to be by themselves, taking care of their Tarini, the boat, okay, managing it all by themselves, circumnavigating and coming back to Goa. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
Great, great. So, my first question to both of you is, what has been your biggest motivation to do what you're doing? It requires a humongous amount of courage. So, where has that motivation come from? Both of you.
Ma'am, I always had a sense of adventure and I wanted to do something different in life. So I'm a logistics officer in Indian Navy. So when Navy gave me an opportunity to go around the world, I knew it was not going to be that easy. And I also knew that I will have to push my limits both mentally and physically, but that always kept me motivated. And because I feel like when you have something to look forward to, it keeps us going. So and I feel that if you the sailing is always given, the being in Navy we got this opportunity. And more than anything else, the sailing makes me happy. So yeah, that's what my biggest motivation is.
Wonderful. Very nice. Lieutenant Commander Rupa.
So I'm also a person who always likes exploring new things, and that's how. But sailing was kind of calling for me when I was doing my duties as Naval Armament Inspection Officer in Bombay,
Okay.
and I started sailing as a fun sport. And later on, when Navy had asked for volunteers, I knew that this is the biggest and the rarest of opportunity which any woman could get from India. And because this is circumnavigating on a sail around the world is a dream of any sailor, and I wouldn't want to miss that chance. And I realized that while sailing every day is a opportunity for me to push my limits because it's not easy, and that keeps me going.
Wonderful. Very nice. It is said that the strongest storms make the best sailors, right? But it's easier said than done. I'm sure while you are in this journey since October 2nd, you have definitely come across some very, very challenging times and very scary times. So, that emotion of fear when deep in the sea, okay, or in the ocean, wherever you are, and it's dark night, and it's just both of you, and there is some kind of a storm, and ocean is waving you high, how do you deal with that emotion of fear, and how do you manage that when how do you not get scary in such a very, very challenging and different situation is what I would like to hear from you.
Ma'am, I feel fear is a natural emotion and it's all about how you deal with it. So we have been sailing for last 3 years. 3 years, and over the period of time, we have started believing ourselves. We have strong sense of belief in ourselves. We know our strength and challenges, and we have our boat Tarini. We have complete trust in her. It's a beautifully built boat in Goa by Aquarius Shipyard Limited.
Okay.
And also, I would like to say that that process which we have gone through, the training which we have gone through, which Navy had given to us over the past 3 years. So these are the things which made us, like, to help us to trust in the like the entire process of what we have gone through. And sometimes, yes, the negative thoughts kicks in, but we try to be positive and calm in such situations. And I also would like to say that we strongly believe that uh, if you want to face any situations, you have to take it, you have to break it down and take one day at a time. We don't think about the entire journey, so we take one day at a time.
Wonderful, wonderful. If I have to, if let me know if I have understood it correctly. Some great tips you have given to people around, who are going to listen to this, is that it's a natural emotion and one should expect it instead of scare, feeling intimidated or getting apprehensive about it. One should anticipate that there could be some amount of fear, and one has to focus on one's strength during that period and take one step at a time, one moment at a time, one day at a time. I think it's a great way of looking at things. That's what is keeping you afloat, I must say, literally, right? So, yeah.
Yes.
Lieutenant Commander Rupa, what are your insights on this concept?
So I feel after years of sailing that sea is a very special place to be, and there's no you can be very yourself at sea, and there's no way of hiding from yourself at sea.
Oh,
And when the weather gets rough, it can be vulnerable at times and also uncomfortable. But those times are the times where when your mind tells you what 100 things what can go wrong, you think about the 101 things what can go right. And like she said, um, and also this is one of my favorite quote which I would like to quote, that when things go bad, you don't rise to the level of expectations, but you sink down to the level of your training. So
wonderful.
that's when the your training and your belief in yourself and in the equipment and in your boat comes in. um, so that's how we keep going on, and we keep pressing on when the times are hard.
Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, it's really unimaginable for a person who is seated here in Nagpur and trying to understand how it must, what kind of feeling it must be, in the day, in the night, uh, deep there inside the waters. What one experiences, what are the emotions that you need to really, uh, keep fighting with, and then keep up with the spirit and keep going. It's really something unimaginable. Can you share some very remarkable experience during this course of your voyage till now? Anything that has really made you feel that it was worth it, and something really that is going to stay with you throughout your life?
So there are many, as you said, especially this leg three has been really challenging for us, and this has been a special leg also because we have already almost completed half around the world. So and we have cleared a lot of milestones in this leg.
Hmm.
So one the first thing which I would like to mention is crossing the Point Nemo.
Yes,
Very few people have gone to that remotest part of the earth, and we are happy that we got an opportunity. We could go to that place,
that's
and
brilliant.
the best part is we
Yeah.
were yeah
Mhm.
the best part is we could collect some water samples, and we can use it for further research. And we crossed the international date line, and we gained one more day in our life. That has been a
Wow.
great experience. And
Hmm.
ma'am,
That's
I
amazing.
celebrated my birthday in middle of Pacific. This has been my best birthday in my life. I got a lot of heartwarming messages from the entire country, I would say.
Wonderful. Wonderful. It's amazing to understand and, trying to understand what you're saying. But amazing it is. Yes. And Lieutenant Commander Rupa, what are your remarkable experiences? Something in particular?
One of the remarkable experience would be rounding Cape Horn and crossing the Drake Passage.
Wow.
So we've always heard about the Drake Passage, where it's the most treacherous waters of the planet, and there are many sailors who have tried and not been very successful with the attempt.
Okay.
So, but then when we reached there, we really realized why the name and why is it been so called dangerous. Because that night when we crossed Cape Horn, it was a really humbling experience for us, and we really saw that there is more to nature and there's more to sailing, and there's never a day that you stop learning. And that had been the most remarkable experience. And I would say that we became students all over again to in front of Mother Nature that day.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, having talked about these things, now I would like to bring this conversation to a point where I really want to know from both of you how different it was to do all this as a woman. Was it any different? As was there anything to do with, more challenges or more fights, internal, external, anything of that sort? And how different it was to do this entire expedition as a woman?
So, ma'am, when the nature throws challenges at you, let it be men or women, when the nature throws challenges like rough weather or let it be equipment failure, it doesn't have any difference. Like we have to deal it in a in a professional way. So, let it be men or women, I would say we have to be mentally fit, physically fit, and you should be able to adapt to any situations. But as a woman, we both are trying to working more hard to keep our fitness and to maintain our energy endurance level. So yeah, this is, if these all are taken care of, then I think it's all a mental game. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. What about you?
Ma'am, ultimately, in front of nature, there's no difference between man and a woman. But as a woman, when we initially wanted to join sailing, there were like certain societal pressures, even though we were in the Navy. But that I would say is one of the small nuances where, as a woman, it makes difference right now from India, where you want to go through something doing risky. But out of that, when you are sailing out in the ocean, there's no difference. Like she said, it all comes down to your own professionalism and the training which we have done. And there are unique challenges we face as a woman, and we physically different, but all that means that we need to approach our training and preparation differently.
Wonderful.
But in the end, it's all mental strength and endurance. And I feel as a woman, we are very equipped and we have so much of mental endurance and mental strength in abundance. So if there's anybody out there who's feeling that how different it is for a woman to go sailing, as a sailor and as a woman, we would say that there is no difference in being a sailor between a woman and a woman. It all comes down to your dedication and your passion and hard work. So if you have got all these, then nothing can stop you.
Wonderful. It was such a brilliant experience to hear both of you. You remind me of Viktor Frankl, the great author of Man's Search for Meaning. And he has brought a very interesting concept to the readers. He said, if you have a why, you'll do it anyhow. So I think you've talked about that why. That if you have that strong willpower and determination and grit, and rigor and vigor, that I have to do it. And that if you get the opportunity, you must make the most of it. It's such a great experience listening to both of you. And I'm looking forward to have more conversations with you in course of time. Let's see if we can catch up again towards the end of your journey, if it is possible. and understand in totality how it has changed your life and what it has done to Lieutenant Commander Dilna and Lieutenant Commander Rupa over a period of 8 months, circumnavigating the entire globe for that matter. So it was really incredible to meet both of you, young women from India. It's a tight salute from Dr. Smita. I teach management graduates in an institute named IMT Nagpur, and I would be very happy to talk about you to not only to them but anyone, and to every place that I go from this moment onwards. You've inspired generations to come. Let me say that to both of you. Thank you so much for talking to me and through me to the larger audience, to the broader audience, and I'll make sure that I make more and more people listen to you. Thank you so much for sparing time for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.